Hey guys, I'm New Sauce Who Dis, and this is 5 things you're never gonna see in person. Starting this list off at number 5, we have the Wildenstein Art Collection. For over a century, the name Wildenstein has whispered through the corridors of the art world like a well-guarded secret. Founded in the late 1800s, the Wildenstein family built an empire amassing one of the most valuable private art collections on Earth. We're talking about thousands of works. Rembrandt, Monet, Picasso, hidden from public view, often in vaults, storerooms, and private residences scattered across Europe and the United States. But what makes the Wildenstein collection so mysterious isn't just its staggering worth, it's the secrecy. The family has long operated in the shadows, rarely granting access to their holdings, refusing to catalog the full collection, and shrouding ownership in complex legal structures. Even major museums have struggled to verify works once owned or still owned by the Wildensteins. And then there are the scandals. Gotta love a good scandal. In recent decades, the families face lawsuits over looted Nazi art, tax evasion investigations, and bitter inheritance battles. French authorities once discovered hundreds of unregistered paintings in a secret vault in Paris, some allegedly worth hundreds of millions, never declared to tax officials. Today, despite their declining public influence, the Wildenstein name remains synonymous with secrecy, wealth, and the unresolved ethical questions of the art world. What else lies behind those locked doors? Until transparency catches up with legacy, we may never know. Then at number 4, we have the Pionen White Mountain Data Center. Hidden beneath 100 feet of solid granite, deep in the heart of Stockholm, lies one of the most secretive and secure data centers in the world. Pionen, inside the so-called White Mountains. Built in 1943 as a military bunker during World War II and reinforced during the Cold War to survive a hydrogen bomb, this underground fortress is now owned and operated by Swedish internet provider Bahnhof. Bahnhof? I'm not sure. But here's the catch. Almost no one is allowed inside. Access to Pionen is heavily restricted. Only a handful of authorized personnel have ever stepped beyond its blast-proof doors. No public tours, no open invites. This isn't just a data center. It's a digital vault, and it's off limits to nearly everyone. And what lies within looks more like a sci-fi set than a server room. Waterfalls, jungle plants, submarine engines for backup power, and a design inspired by Star Wars and James Bond. It's high security, meets high class, meets high concept. Surrounded by 30 meters of bedrock, Pionen is protected by biometric systems, 24/7 surveillance, and an unlisted address. It's built to keep the digital world's most sensitive data safe, from natural disasters, cyber attacks, even war. You're not going to find it on a tour map. You won't be getting inside. But behind this mountain lies one of the most secure, secretive tech facilities on Earth. Pionen, where the internet hides its secrets. Now, number 3 isn't exactly off limits as much as it is completely lost to time. Once known as the 8th wonder of the world, we have the Amber Room. Imagine a room so dazzling, it was once called the 8th wonder of the world. Covered in tons of amber, gold leaf, and mirrors, this was the Amber Room, one of history's greatest lost treasures. Originally built in Prussia in the early 18th century, the Amber Room was gifted to Peter the Great of Russia in 1716. It was reassembled in the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg, where it amazed visitors for over 2 centuries. But then came World War II. In 1941, Nazi troops invaded the Soviet Union and looted the Amber Room. It was taken apart, dismantled in just 36 hours, and shipped to Königsberg Castle in East Prussia, now Kaliningrad, Russia. That's where it was last officially seen. And then it vanished. Some say it was destroyed in Allied bombings. Others think it was hidden in a secret Nazi bunker or buried in a mine shaft in the Harz Mountains of Germany. There are even whispers of it being loaded onto a ship like the Wilhelm Gustloff and sunk in the Baltic Sea. My question is, how do you lose a whole room, even if it's in pieces? Especially one of the most valuable rooms of all time. Over the decades, treasure hunters, historians, and even the KGB tried searching for it. The real Amber Room has never been found. Now, in 2003, a full reconstruction was unveiled in Russia. A masterpiece at $15 million, but not the original. So, where is the Amber Room? Sunken, sealed in a forgotten tunnel, or still out there, waiting to be discovered? The mystery continues. Coming in at number 2, we have the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. In the early hours of April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded. What followed became the worst nuclear disaster in human history. Within days, over 100,000 people were evacuated from the surrounding areas. Towns like Pripyat, once home to workers and families, were abandoned overnight. Nature was left to reclaim the land. Today, this 30-kilometer radius around the reactor is known as the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, a haunting reminder of humanity's technological risks. Radioactive contamination still lingers in the soil, water, and air, and is probably going to for a very long time. Yet, surprisingly, life has returned. With humans gone, wildlife thrives. Lynx, bears, and the rare Przewalski's, I butchered that name, horse, roam free. Scientists study this accidental experiment in rewilding, even as radiation remains a silent threat. The ruined reactor is now sealed beneath a massive steel sarcophagus. It's designed to contain radiation for the next century, but managing the zone remains a long-term challenge. The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone is a paradox. Abandoned, yet alive. A place shaped by tragedy, yet teeming with resilience. A reminder of what can happen when power goes unchecked, and how nature, in time, may begin to heal. Coming in at number 1, you knew this was going to be on my first ever list, right? Number 1, Vatican Secret Archives. Hidden deep within the walls of Vatican City lies one of the most secretive institutions in the world. For centuries, these halls have been off limits to the public. Over 53 miles of shelves guarded by iron doors, thick stone walls, and centuries of silence. Even today, access is tightly controlled. Only approved scholars can enter, and only specific documents by request, one at a time. So naturally, the secrecy has bred speculation, and the questions keep on coming. What is the Vatican hiding? Some people think the archives contain proof that could upend Christianity as we know it. Documents about the true origins of the Bible or hidden Gnostic Gospels that were suppressed for centuries. Others claim the church is concealing evidence of extraterrestrial contact, secret deals with fascist regimes, or even the chronovisor, a rumored device that allegedly allowed popes to view past events and possibly even the future. There's even talk of sealed records relating to the Third Secret of Fatima, the Inquisition, or details about Luciferian cults infiltrating the clergy. It's wild. The Vatican, of course, denies any such claims, because why wouldn't they? To them, the archives are a scholarly resource, renamed the Apostolic Archive in 2020 to sound less conspiratorial. Yeah, that didn't work. Renaming a vault doesn't open it. And until the full contents are revealed, the Vatican Secret Archives remain one of the most alluring black boxes in history, where faith, power, and mystery converge behind locked doors that we're never going to be able to open. All right, guys, this was my first ever list video, and thank you so much for watching. If you want me to go into detail about anything I talked about today, drop me a comment below and I'll try to make it happen. Don't forget to hit that like button like it owes you money. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this as I make them. I noticed not a whole lot of you are doing that, and it really does help the channel out. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.